everybody. It's Brooke. I hope you're having a great day. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're not new here, thanks for coming back. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Did I already say that? Oh, great. We're 5 seconds into the video and I'm already lost. I'm working in my wintertime creative daily journal. I made this with a composition book, and I took the covers off, made a soft, squishy spine, and then altered the covers and sewed the pages back in with also some digital kits, so that I have some of the composition book pages and some digital kits. We've gotten through January. I owe you a flip through, and we are in February. So I have a lot of stuff stuffed in here where I'm not quite current, as they say. Here's my bookmark charm, and I'm going to take that out. Look at all the fun beads on there. There is, oh, it's a little tangled. There is a video, a couple videos back making this. Well, you don't need to watch me mess with that. Anyway, I'll put that aside. And today is the 21st of February. I am participating in AJ's Inspired Life Item of the Month challenge. I'm sure you all know Allison. I will link her down below. And she challenges herself every month to use a certain item on her page every day, just to get her in the habit of reaching for some different things, which I think is great. She's invited everyone to join in, and February's item is a rubber stamp. So I thought I would come in on the 21st today and put in my little writing board. And I thought I would show you one way that I like to use rubber stamps. I was watching some old Courtney Diaz videos the other day, Little Raven Ink. I love her style. It's very Teesha Moore inspired. And she was drawing monsters, which I think is very fun. So, just trying to clip this down and not cover up too much. We've got a beautiful blank graph paper here. I do have 2 pages glued together. I've watercolored on the other side, so it's kind of crunchy, but I don't mind that one bit. And I think I am stuck in the old Fauxbonichi style that I used to do, which is a super fun way to journal in a composition book or a sketchbook or whatever. But there is a certain style that you follow, one of which being you sort of border off the top. What am I trying to say? That's not the right way to say it. You sort of section off the top and put in your day and your date and your weather. And I tend to kind of do that still. Just, I don't know, I like how it looks. It kind of gives me a headline for the day. So that is what I'm doing. I'm using this beautiful washi tape that I just got from Danielle at Gypsy's Craft Nook. It's an all-in create with fruit on it. Is that adorable or what? So I just threw that up there because I love those colors, and that will kind of section off the top area. Then I'll go back into the back of my journal where I keep my stickers. Looks my day and date stickers. These are my February journal stickers that are available in my Etsy shop. They will be linked down below. Here's our weather sticker. Tell you, our weather is still cold. Cold, cold, cold. That's our weather. Yep. It's Maine, so, you know, we expect that, but I'm over it. And let's see, today is Friday the 21st. These days and date stickers were available in my Facebook group like 2 weeks ago, I think, as a freebie. If you're not a member, make sure to look up there. There's a little eye. Click on that and come on over and join us on Facebook. Make sure that you answer the 3 easy questions just so that I know you're a person and not a bot. And you can get all your freebies too. So let's use this Friday. And I just like to overlap it over my washi a little bit. And I cut these out on my Cricut. All right, my 21 is missing. What's the story? Have I got the wrong set of numbers? Oh no, you guys. We have a crisis. Oh no. Will that come up? Ooh, it might. Ooh, luckily I didn't press it down very well. Go me. It happens. Putting the wrong dates on the wrong page. If nothing else, you can cover it up and reprint your stickers. It's acting like it wants to rip, and I'll have none of that. I'm looking for some kind of scraper tool. I guess my X-Acto knife might work. Or is that going to be a disaster? Guess we'll find out. Want to make sure not to cut through all the layers of paper. Ooh, ooh, we got it. We got it. I snuck up on it. Because I put so much watercolor on these doubled composition book pages, they are a little bubbly. So you have to be careful not to puncture them. And I got it off in one. I do think I'm going to use some glue just to make sure it's still sticky. So let's go ahead and put that back down. Put my clip down. And find a glue book. Must have some glue paper, right? Getting kind of crowded over here. Boy, I'm glad I caught that before I dated too many more things, because that would have been irritating. I'm going to use one of my new glue sticks, also from Danielle. She got these cute little oohoo sticks in, and it really is my favorite kind of glue. I just think it works really well. So we'll go ahead and use that and encourage this to continue to be a sticker. Okay. So let's pull this over here. Put that down. I like to overlap it a little bit. Oh, slippery. Slippery rascal. There we go. Where's my scraper downer? Here we go. Boy, it doesn't want to be a sticker at all anymore. Okay, cool. So that's taken care of. Now I have my stickers to put away before they get lost, because that is why I have a pocket in the back of my journal so that I don't lose my days and dates, and I can keep them all together. And I also do just sort of journal bits that you can use in the Facebook group. So I keep those back here also. I did one last week or the week before. Today is also National Sticky Bun Day. So I have that clipped right in here so I remember to use it. Okay, so that is the bare bones. Today has been a very quiet day. I'm anticipating, because it's 5 o'clock, probably not a lot will happen. Knock wood. So I'm going to go ahead and follow Courtney's really fun tutorial on drawing monsters, because I think that's super fun. When I first started, and I will link her video down below because, she's the master. When I first started journaling, Teesha Moore was just the queen of monsters and collage and all the fun stuff that I love. And Courtney has a very similar style. So this monster is very fun. And I'm just going to sketch it out. And I want it to be peeking upside down. That's why I turned my book upside down. I want it to be peeking into the page and maybe have hands and I can draw on a piece of paper that it's holding or something along those lines. But I do want to use my rubber stamps. So I'm going to just sketch in ahead. Got super shaky hands, so it's going to be a light sketch at the moment. And then we'll sketch in some eyes. Courtney does the eyes kind of at an angle so that creature looks sort of sad and lonely. So we'll just, actually she used Jane Davenport stamps, the face stamps, to do her eyes with. Ooh, what was that? I think I better find my eraser. She did a really good job turning those at an angle and kind of messing with those stamps as the basis for her monster. But I don't have those, so there you go. They don't have to be perfectly even. They don't even have to be the same. So I'm just drawing in some lines for eyes. I don't know if you can even see it, but you'll see it when we ink it. And then some eyebrows maybe. I shouldn't use my pencil eraser, it's dirty, but there you go. And some eyebrows. And we'll put in a nose. A nose is always good. And maybe a little spot at the end of the nose. Okay. And how about if we make him smiley instead of sad? Courtney likes sad monsters. So I don't know if you can see that, but what I'm going to do, here I'll lift it up and maybe you can see where I penciled it. So he's just in there looking all cute. Before I ink it, what I'm going to do is take some rubber stamps. Let's find a stamp block, that would help. I think this one will work. And I have these Diane Reevely stamps from 100 years ago that I just love. And I thought these would make cool hair. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this guy and put him on our stamp block. And I got out my permanent ink, VersaFine ink. And hopefully having my pencil board under there is going to be firm enough to get a good impression. Guess we're about to find out, huh? Okay. So I'm just lining that up where I have the monster's head. Well, pretty good. It's not the worst. I don't like that particularly well, so let me get out a baby wipe. I don't think I have any right here. So as you can see, I got ink on the block, and that transferred right onto my page, which is not the end of the world. We can live with it. My ink pad is nice and juicy. I like that. And we can just go around. Is that my head? Did I just stick my head in there? Sorry. My big old head. Take my scrap paper. And I'm going to cover up this page just so we don't get ink on there. Kind of go up to the edge here. Off the edge. And now I think I will clean this one off. Yeah, that's about the extent of my cleaning of my stamps. I know. Shame on me. And I need to find a bigger stamp block because I want to use... That one's got a really wide base, but so does that. I think I want to use this one. Boy, they don't even want to come off the plastic. They are old. Yeah, I think I want to use that one. So let's see if I can dig up a bigger stamp block. I must have one, right? Just digging over here in my drawer. My stamp drawer. Here we go. I knew I did. Okay. So we'll have some overlapping of the stamps, but that is okay. Get him on there. These stamps are also great just for doing borders. Any kind of stamp like this you can repeat as a border. Oh no, I'm going to have another black smudge over there. Darn it, I didn't check. Oh, nope, looks like we escaped the smudge. So I like that pretty well. This we could just color over. I'll use a paint pen or something. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. So now we have that. And I think I'll grab, let me test this pen. There we go. I've got my Micron 03. And this is a permanent ink as well. Guess I can move that now, huh? And I'm just going to sketch in our monster's details. And I am making it very scratchy because I like that look and because my hands are shaky today. And so that works well. And then we can pen in the eyes. This pen is not working terribly well. Let's try this one. This is an 05. I do like the fine tip on the other one, but this one's not real great either. And Courtney likes to do lots of circles under the eyes to make it look a little monstery. Go give them some eyelids. Some monstery eye bags. Some funny eyebrows. A squishy nose with a dot at the end. And again, another very Courtney detail is some fur. You don't want it to be too symmetric. Mine's getting a little symmetrical. But that's okay. By the time we color it in, it'll be fine. And then we've got his goofy little smile. Like that. And I'm going to make him looking into the page at whatever fascinating things we write about our day. There. He's pretty cute. He's pretty cute. Okay. I'm going to let that dry before I go erasing. I like him. And, oh, you know what he needs is cheeks. Let's give him some nice round cheeks. That's very Teesha Moore. Again, my pen is not my favorite right now. It's not being my friend. Okay, so now he can have really long, googly arms because, after all, he is a monster. And let's see. We can sketch in one arm with some big, whoa, a little bit of a bump there. The composition paper holds up pretty well with watercolor, but you do get some warping. Should we give him 5 claws or 4? We'll give him 5. What the heck? Although, you know what I did? He would be, if he were looking in that way, his thumb would be on the other side. Whoops. Let's just adjust that. So we'll make that one a little smaller. Why am I making these so fat? What the heck? He's got skinny hands. There we go. And then there's that. And when we figure out what he's going to be holding, I can sort of adjust that. And then we'll get one coming over here. So his little pinky finger will be there. That doesn't look the same at all, does it? It doesn't have to look the same. I'd like it to look, you know, like it belongs to the same monster. That would be good. So let's try that again. I do a lot of erasing when I'm drawing. All right. So there, he's got some cute hands. And I don't think I'm going to ink those in yet. What I would like to do is grab the eraser. And let's go ahead. Get rid of those pencil marks. Oh, I think I need to continue his little roundy head down here. So when we go to paint it, it'll get painted down there. And that would be coming up just about now. Okay, he looks cute. I was going to do it upside down, but I think I want to keep doing it this way because it just is easier for me. All right, and I have my Jane Davenport paints, which I love because they're crazy colors. And these are her brights. They ride around in my little bag o' color, which I have sitting right next to me, because, you know, you need your bag o' color. And I've got my spray water bottle. And my inks are my paints rather, are kind of a mess. Well, they're really a mess. What am I saying? Because I use them all the time. And I like having the excess paint here to pick up and play with. So I'm just going to give those guys a spray. Get them to start juicing up. I have my paint water right there. And this is a Snap paintbrush. I think it's Princeton. Yep, it's Princeton number 12. And I just have my water right off screen because you don't want to see it. The water bucket is totally stained and gross. So, okay, let's go in here and let's make him crazy colors. I'm going to start with, let me see what color it is. This one is Best Friend because I love that color. Yes, I do. Couldn't be pinker. So let's go in there and just slap some paint down. I'm going to go all the way down next to the washi tape because we want him to look like he's sort of behind the washi tape. And I am just painting him in. Whoops, did not mean to do that. You can, if you go real quick, you can grab it with your finger. I didn't want to go into the white part of his eye if I can avoid it. Grab some of that paint and go under his eye. Into his monster eye bags. Finish filling that in. Then I'm going to grab some of the Buzzy, which is this beautiful yellow. See if we can get some orange going on there. Just let those mix. And I'm not terribly concerned about doing a ton of shading or anything, because I'm going to go back in with my handy dandy colored pencils, which you guys know I love. And we'll do some shading with those. But this is a good way to get some base color down. And just to kind of continue that color around, I might grab a little more water, grab a little of the Buzzy, and I think I got some Best Friend rather. And I think I got some Fairy Tale in there. I'm going to move my pencil board down. Or up, as the case may be. And I think I'll just drag some right along there, just to keep that pink color going. Because my pages are crazy, but you know, they have a little continuity. Not a ton, but a little. And we'll slap some of that in there. Look at that gorgeous orange. And we'll slap some of that. Where is my paper towel? Okay, you guys, I just had it 5 seconds ago. Heh. All right, well, here's one that was crumpled up on the floor. That'll do. That will do. Okay, and I'm just bringing that around the edge. Bring it up here. Try to get it off my washi tape. Usually it'll just bead up on the washi tape, but it will dry eventually. So, get that off. And now I think I want to put some crazy colors in his hair. And let's see. I like Jiminy. Mermaid has sort of crept over into Jiminy, but that's okay. And we can... Ooh, that's a little heavy. We don't want to totally cover up our fun hair. So we'll get up in there. Stay in the lines, don't stay in the lines. Almost stay in the lines, whatever makes you happy. Maybe we'll grab a little bit of the butterfly. Bring that in. Ooh, that's dark. Pretty. Carry that over here a little bit. And then 70s eyeshadow is a really pretty color blue. We'll grab that too. That's kind of more out than I wanted it. Nope, just making it run. Shame on me. Am I new here? Ugh. All right, pulling out the big guns. Let's see if we can... The shadows are terrible. Let me see if I can just grab that a little bit. When we go to color the background, we can cover that up some. It's certainly not a deal breaker. We're fine. Everything's fine. Okay, we'll Pull some of that in here. Too much. This brush is very thirsty. It holds a lot of water, which I like. Bring a little bit more of that in there. And then let's see, what do we want to do? We have Ladybug, which is like a red. Should we bring some? Oh, or how about, I can't read what it's called. Purple. Let's see, it is called, painted on. Cannot tell you what it's called. It's purple. It's the purple one in here. Let's grab some of that. Pretty color purple. Maybe we'll run that out to some blue as well. And it does look messy and sloppy. Ultimately, my style is messy and sloppy. But when we go in with some colored pencils and some background, this will, it will clean up some of those edges and kind of bring it together. Wow, that's going on really opaque. That's 70s eyeshadow. What is the deal? Yeah, we about lost our purple. I'm going to see if I can blot some of that up. It's very opaque. I guess I just didn't grab enough water. I like the Jane Davenport paints. They've got a lot of pigment, and they're just fun. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to do a little bit more in here of the pink. Again, not enough water. I was putting in too much water, and now I'm not putting in enough. Darn it. Get yourself together there, Brookie. I think he's adorable. And I will leave his hands and do those when I've decided what to put in them. I'm thinking I'm just going to sketch in like a piece of paper and write in, I don't know, quiet day. I don't know what to say. I'm getting my stamping done. That's what I did today. Okay. A little more water in the paint. And this time I'm going to use Ladybug. I feel like I don't have enough water. Probably should have started over here on the left, huh? Since I'm right-handed. Again, too opaque. That's a really pretty color. You do have to make some accommodations when you're painting on composition notebook paper. It's not going to act the way you would expect watercolor paper to act. It's because it's not watercolor paper. How about that? It certainly works. You just have to work with it and accept it for who it is. That's still very blobby. It was really soaking in, and now it's kind of not. Tricky. You never know what's coming next. Put a little in there. Let it bleed. Just letting this sit here because we'll get some pretty blooms. And then we can go in and accentuate it and clean it up with colored pencils. And we have one more lock of hair to do. And I think I might grab the Jiminy again. Plot it down here and see if I can get the right amount. I'm going to try not to hit that ladybug next door because that will make mud. Grab a little more. Put a little mermaid in there. Nice. Okay, it's looking pretty good. I'm going to look for a smaller paintbrush. I think I have one right over here. There we go. This is a water brush that has no water in it at the moment, but it will do because I want a finer brush to go in and do his eyes. And I think I'm going to do his eyes as 70s eyeshadow. Blot off some of that water. blot it off too much. I like to start with a lighter color because then you can build it up more. Oh, don't run. I've got a pretty steep angle going down into the gutter of my book that way. And the paint's running a little bit, but that's okay. Put a little more in. I'm going to grab the tiniest little dab of butterfly. And the darker color would be up towards the top of the eye. And just drop that in a little bit. Maybe grab a little more water. There we go. I like that. So the tiniest little bit of butterfly. Tiny bit more water. Working in a very small space. There we go. Ooh, and there it goes, going downhill again. When we put the catch light in, we can make him look more like he's looking into the page. Okay, you guys, what I'm going to do at this moment is dry this. Normally, I don't know, I might let it just sit and dry, but I'm going to pause the camera because it will be very loud and obnoxious. So, you guys hang tight, I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I got it good and dry, and I'm back. I also grabbed my Prismacolor colored pencils. Love these things. I bought this tin on a special buy or something years and years ago. It's 36 colors. And I think I got it for like 10 bucks. I also have my little dish with my sharpener and my eraser in there. So I grabbed that stuff, and we can play with our little monster and give him some better definition. So this tin has 3 different trays. And I think what I would like to do is start with some violet. And I just want to go in and define his eyes a little bit. And I'm just going in, doing a little shading, nothing crazy. Defining his nose a little bit. Do the same thing on the other side. Give him a little bit of an eyebrow. Help his nose to stand out. And make him look kind of tired. Him's a tired monster. Okay, I'll use that same purple and go up here in his horn hair. And I'm going to take that colored pencil out a little bit for a shadow and to cover up some of the places where I went all crazy with the watercolor. Now, normally, you guys, I take way longer to do this. I take like hours because I think it's super fun. But this is sort of the down and dirty version. And now I have indigo blue. And we can put some of that around his eyes as well. I love playing with watercolor and colored pencils. It just makes me happy. I'm sure if you've seen any of my journals, you can tell that I like that. Okay, so that's giving him a little more character around his eyes. We can go in with the colored pencil over that blue paint. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, let's see about making his whites totally white. This is my Signo Uniball. What size is this one? Doesn't want to say, well, it says something, but it's in Japanese, so I can't help you with that. But it's this pen. Oh. And it does a really nice white. Of course, now that I said that, it will... Oh, no, it's behaving. So we'll just bring that white back real strongly, make his eyes stand out a little more. Maybe the end of his nose. And maybe in here. Go over his fur a little bit. Probably go back over that with colored pencil, but as long as we're here, we might as well put some highlights in there, right? And then you can do like a highlight on his hair. Just kind of add some details to it. All right, so then let's see. Find a hotter pink. This is Process Red. I love this color. So we can add a little bit of fun to his cheeks. Bring those out a little bit. Give him a little tear duct, maybe. I don't know if you guys can see that. And we can, again, give him a little shading in his hair. Because the stamp has cross hatching, you can't see it real clearly, but it's there. So we can do some of that. Maybe put a little pink up in his eye socket. He's getting mighty cute. Okay, let's find a different blue. What do we have here? Obviously one I like because it's very short. This one's ultramarine. I do like this one. So we can give him a little shadow on that piece of hair. Oops. See if my eraser will work on this paper because I just went all crazy. Here we go. It's really hard to erase colored pencil, but this is like a sand and rubber eraser that's made for colored pencils. It's Tombow. And you can't go crazy with it because it does have sand in it, so you're actually taking off a little bit of paper. But if you just have a small mishap, it helps enormously. So I'll give him a little shadow right there where it's coming out of his head. Do the same thing there. Actually, we'll do it on all of them. How about that? Works. Let me see if I can get this up closer for you guys to see. Can you see what I'm doing? So he's starting to look really cute. He's got lots of color, lots of depth. And then we need a little bit of shade over there, maybe some in this one. Use a little bit of the ultramarine. It really is one of my favorite colors. And so what I'm doing is assuming the light is coming from over here, shining, so it would be brighter on this side and then darker on the back side. That's the extent of my shading thoughts for this particular project. Here's a dark green. Ooh, that's a pretty color green. Fill in with some of that. Use that dark green over here where we used Jiminy. I just like to use all the colors. All the colors! That one's grass green. We could throw some of that in, why not? Another layer of color never hurts. Okay, and so he's looking pretty good. I will go around and shade all around him to try to cover up the madness here. I might use this chartreuse to kind of pick up the lemon or the limes in the washi tape. And all I do is go next to the, well, that's not going to be dark enough to cover up anything, but that's all right, it'll distract. I go in pretty close and color pretty hard. And then as I move out, I just lighten it up and lighten it up. Yeah, see, it's not going to cover that up, but it will distract from it, so I can live with that. And then I just keep going lighter and lighter until it fades out completely. And you get the fun crackly noise. Who doesn't like that? Be careful about not taking your pencil down into an area where you might be writing, because again, the pencil obviously is, you know, waxy, and it's kind of hard to write over. I think Posca's would probably do it. Oh, and maybe the microns. These might go over it, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, and I'll just keep doing that. and I'll go all the way around. I'll go up and do some coloring around these items, something down here, and we'll put the piece of paper in his hand. But I think I will leave it right here for now, because I've been yammering forever, and watching me do this highlight is not that exciting. Here, I'll bring it back up so you can see. Isn't he adorable? Love him. And I will come back and we'll finish up this page. Thanks so much, you guys. I really appreciate you being here. If you enjoyed the video, please think about subscribing and maybe throwing me a thumbs up. That would be fabulous. Okay, I'll see you again real soon. Bye.